All right, look, it fucking worked. Okay, so when we last left off, we had just left off with Redcap Jesus and his ominous dream. And so I guess start back from the top and Patrick seeking out a horse in the forest.
Well,
or in the park rather.
Yeah. So Patrick's like, doing his thing. He's bouncing along. He's actually running because he's wanting to be at least somewhat expedient, but otherwise he's like, slightly parkouring over things. He's like dodging around trash cans, jumping over low walls. There might be a fence there, and he just like jumps up and he starts climbing it before getting over the other end of it and just tumbling and going forward. Just constant forward momentum as he's taking all the shortcuts to get down to the park, along with his little friend who keeps at him constantly along the way. Well, at least you can provide some light for me along the way. Come on.
Bella is zooming ahead of you to the last place she remembers seeing the horse. Which is remarkably horseless at the moment.
So I get there and I'm looking around and I've got my hands on my hips here and I'm just like,
Roll a perception, and you don't have investigation, but that's what you would be using if you had it.
Okay. Well, I guess it's just perception here, so...
I mean, I guess you could go perception alertness if you want to see if there's something in the nearby vicinity.
Yeah, that works. So perception alertness will go there. Well, I have 4 dice to roll here. All right.
Better than 2.
Better than 2. 2. Well, although apparently in past with other characters, 2 dice is all you need to ward off starvation. Well, I am rocking.
There you go.
I'm gonna find this horse.
Out of the corner of your eye, you sense some movement where the trees tend to be a little thicker. And you hear the sound of a rather fussy and nasally, you can't see what it is, talking. That's a very interesting thing that you have to say. But I really must disagree with you on, the grander vision that you have.
Okay, I'm gonna want to sneak on over, as quiet as can be, to get over there to see what's going on and peek through the bushes. Those big green eyes staring in wonder at whatever it is I'm about to see.
You see Falala with a small plastic teacup in front of her, and also in front of her is about a 6-inch tall dragon holding another plastic teacup and holding a small party for 2 with this horse. So, I think we have company, it says, and it sits down with much ceremony, this plastic teacup, and looks up at Patrick. Can I help you, kid?
Hello, what's your name?
Oh, well, I have a lot of names. Some call me the thing under the bed. Some people call me Mysterious Luck Dragon. Some people call me Ted. Some people call me, all sorts of things, really. I've been given a lot of names over many, many lifetimes, so I guess you get to pick what you would call me.
I liked Ted. Ted sounded fun. I'll call you Ted.
Ted works. It's simple and easy to remember, and monosyllabic.
I don't know what that means. I'm actually looking for, I think, that horse, actually.
Oh, yes. Lovely company. A little bit quiet, but very opinionated, this one.
Really? What did she say?
Oh, all sorts of things. It would be rude of me to divulge her secrets, especially right in front of her. I mean, she is a lady.
She is?
Kind of hard not to.
God damn it. It's not the same character. You know it, Carol.
I know. Okay. Oh, yes. Finest lady of the highest caliber.
Oh, Well, I didn't know she was a lady or anything. Wait, you're not holding her against her will, are you? That's how dragons usually work.
Sir, I'm offended at such a notion. My hoard has nothing to do with the likes of Miss. What was it? Yes. The Lala here.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess she's not a maiden, so that seems to make sense.
No. She just seemed a little bit scared, bewildered, and I mean, there are all sorts of ruffians and ne'er-do-wells out and about.
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of those. I actually get in and I like sit down next to the table, like cross-legged and stuff. I'm probably still towering over them, but you know, getting comfortable.
Yeah. Post haste.
I can do that. Actually, that's why I was here. Actually, I was going to bring her back.
Fantastic. And he twirls his little dragon mustache and smooths it down.
God, there's a dragon mustache.
Oh, whiskers. He's a little guy. And he just sort of like, he stands up and dusts himself off and stands behind Falala and just kind of pushes her with all her might because Falala is at least 3 times as big as him.
I'll reach up and I'll grab Falala. It's still muddy and stuff, and I got her like tucked under her arm. Well, thank you, Ted.
Oh, yes. I hope to see you around some more, young man.
Perhaps you will. I look forward to it. Well, gotta fly. I say as I start tumbling back out the bushes, do a backhand, do a stand up to a one-handed handstand, twirl around, and press up to 2 fingers and push.
Is that a bunk?
That is a bunk.
Okay.
That's the bunk to fly.
I'll say that's a -3.
Okay. Diff 5, and that's going to be 7 dice. Roll there. 1, 2, 3. So 3 successes on that. So 5 minutes per glamour dot. So, that's 5 minutes times 5, so 25. So a little under half an hour. That's plenty of time to fly back.
Yes, and so Vin, I assume you were also looking for the horse and would be at the same park.
Yeah.
So you, from a thick patch of trees, see a now familiar-looking young red-headed boy just out of the tree line with Falala in his possession.
Flying off.
What was that?
That's what he's doing?
Yelp.
Do I have prop? That's the question. 1 second.
Yes. No, you do not.
I do not.
No.
Well, I can spend a glamour to get prop.
Well, I mean, you could. So if that's what you want to do, you can.
He sighs deeply, knowing that his daughter is completely despondent. And he looks around on the ground for a minute and picks up a couple rocks and a stick. And he holds the rocks in one hand and the stick in the other goes, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but Lala will never hurt me." And he like crushes them both in his hands, so like dirty rocks and like a stick to where they break, and that's my bunk for naming to make Lala heavy.
Okay. Oh God, I'm not even sure how this is going to affect this fucking situation here. We're gonna say that we'll go with -2 for that one.
A -2 bunk or a level 2 bunk?
Yeah, you know what I mean. -2 did the difficulty for it.
Okay, so I spent a glamour to use prop.
Mm-hmm.
And the normal and the other glamour to do the do the art.
Yeah, because it's weird, not chimerical.
Okay, so that's 8 minus 2, 7, 6, right?
Mm-hmm. Difficulty 6.
I just roll my naming, right?
Yeah, naming and because you don't
Yep.
actually have prop.
No.
Well, I think it's 1 success.
No, it's
No?
a difficulty 6.
Oh. No.
That's 1 success.
Yeah, it's 1 success.
I see an 8, 1, and 7, not a 6.
Yeah, 7's higher than 6.
Yeah, you're supposed to roll. Oh yeah, never mind. Sorry. My brain, math is not working now. Never mind.
It's okay.
There we go.
So Valala starts taking on the weight of, we'll say, one of those rocks. So that you picked up for this. So you're going to avoid falling. I guess you would need what? A stamina? Would it be stamina or strength? Strength, athletics.
Strength athletics. Okay.
Yeah, standard diff.
Standard diff. 5 successes. So 5 dice to roll. Okay. One success.
Okay. I mean,
as she almost falls out. Whoop! Oh, come on! I'm trying to get you home. As I say, as I keep flying off that way, maybe slightly slower because she's weighing me down a bit more. But I'm still like ascending upwards and flying towards the to the house.
Yeah. So yeah, you see the kid kind of wrestle with it for a moment. He does not fall and does not drop the horse, but it does seem to be going in the direction of your home.
Well, then I'm generally following him, I guess.
Okay. So let's see. I'm not going to make you roll to go to your own house.
What? It's crazy.
Yeah. Because that's just being obtuse and difficult. So, yeah.
Like the Exalted game I'm in every week, where we spend the past 4 sessions sitting on a boat.
That's what you get for playing Exalted. So, yes. So you guys will head in the direction of your home, and we will cut to D as you travel in that direction. D, you have discovered the website for the Ronald Reagan Children's Wellness Center, and the phone number for the appointment line strikes a familiar twinge and cringe in you.
Yeah, she starts twitching a little bit, looking at this, and yeah, she's going to basically scour the shit out of this website.
Okay, so when you scour it, are you looking for information, or are you looking for like a way into their database? I need to know what you mean by scouring.
At this point, it's superficial.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't have any particular thing to look for in there yet. But does it say anything particular about where this number leads in there, or is it just a general number?
It says for questions and appointments, call this number.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna read the shit out of this website at this point. She's gonna collect up all the information that she can get that they give to the public.
Okay. You'll see that it is a corporate. The corporation is. I'm trying to figure out which one it is, so I don't give away the answer to everybody who already knows the answer anyways. But, whatever. They're still operating under the corporate name of Bellafron LLC. But it says it's a subdivision of a larger company. It has several wellness centers that are associated with it. Further upstate, there is where they do physical therapy and groundbreaking new surgical developments that may even help children and adults who have been injured walk again. And there's also weight loss and plastic surgery, which is weird. But they assure that it is not to appeal to vanity, but rather a therapeutic approach to making sure that the outside you is reflecting the inside you.
Right. That sounds very believable. Definitely.
Yeah.
Puka believes everything they read. Okay, so among the many reasons, yeah.
No.
What? Sorry, you said something. I wasn't sure what that was about.
Yeah, I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Let me see something here. Because I don't remember if I got a certain flaw. And I did not get it on this person. Okay. Which is maybe a good thing, because there would have been a phone call maybe right about now.
It's the middle of the night, so...
that I'm not sure that would have stopped her.
We know what you're doing.
Right.
You're digging too deep.
Okay, what was it that the commercial that she heard? What was that? What did that say again?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It
was the first thing that caught her attention.
Be the you always knew you could be. New revolutionary treatment helps improve focus and drive. Patients report stronger motivation and more physical energy. On-staff surgeons have made exceptional breakthroughs mixing state-of-the-art cybernetic biomesh and traditional physical training. Be who you want to be, physically, mentally, permanently.
Yeah, that creeps me out right there, that permanently word.
I think the word permanently, no matter who says it in a changeling game, the word permanently is always ominous.
Like, no, no, because it's not permanent.
You could say, we're going to be friends permanently, and it's like, whoa.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Back up there.
I'll just say she spends the
permanent buddies.
It's the word permanently that definitely catches the attention. But yes, so right. Okay, yeah. I mean, she's just digging, because she's basically just trying to get the gist of this thing. She doesn't even know what to dig for within the site yet, so there's no point in doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Until she has something that she suspects. So yeah, that would take some amount of time. That is what she's doing at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, you'll find it'll have like testimonials of happy patients, and like it'll have little like info blurbs of like state-of-the-art technology and like how they've helped like race horses that were injured and unable to race win races again.
So try to focus my reading mostly on things that might affect children, because she's guessing that since based on where she got that phone number from, it might have to do with the kid.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that is the information they're saying like this technology that we use for the horses that have broken legs and shit is being adopted for human use as well. And it is the Children's Wellness Center, so all of it is geared towards younger people. So
okay, well, I'll basically kind of start narrowing down the things that don't seem to definitely not make sense for her.
Okay.
Like she doesn't have a broken leg currently, so we can probably narrow that out.
Oh yes, that's right. You also you went there in the first place because of the news about Allison, right?
Yeah. What was it? I can't remember.
Her mother died of a massive coronary, and they said that she's been left as a ward of the state while she is currently interred at the Children's Wellness Center. So they're currently acting as like medical custodians of Allison Newt. She's roughly the same age as Emma. And anyways, the Children's Wellness Center says that they believe that they will make her a rather upstanding member of society and will show that just how effective their methods are when the parents step out of the way and let them do their job.
Twitch. Okay. You know, actually, if I have Mr. McBride's email address, I'm going to get the link for that page and I'm going to send it to his email address.
Okay. We'll say that you have it in like a packet for your from like class.
And then send a text that just says, check your email. Look at that.
Yeah. Okay. Logan, did you catch all that info about the article?
You're muted.
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have this. You have an email and a text saying check your email.
Yeah, it'll be.
You'll get a response text back. Like, a little busy at the moment. Someone stole a horse.
She just blinks at this. Looks a little curious.
Excellent. Yes. What was it, Amachan?
I was gonna say, like, I wish Rebecca was here because I had a crazy idea. Yeah.
Well, we're just about to get to you and your crazy ass dreams. So okay. Now see to Amachan's character, Redcap Jesus, because I forget his actual name because nobody calls him it. You have just had a dream. Do you need me to recap the dream for you?
Please.
Okay. So, as you dream beside the mural in San Alipius, you have this dream of this like herd of wild stallion horses, mustangs, whatever, galloping. And these serpents start tangling themselves up along the horses, causing them to like stumble and stuff. And then the serpents grow and start devouring the horses. A few horses get away and make it to this peel tower, atop of which is being protected by a very young woman wearing a crown. And as the horses approach, she looks up, and you could swear she looks up at you and smiles, a gigantic Redcap smile.
My girl.
She is very young. This is worth noting.
The Lucian gets up, finds a stone, throws the stone on the cars. This is my bunk for I throw the stone towards the cars.
Okay.
If there's a car.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want this to be my bunk.
For
as I do naming to name myself Sherlock Holmes.
No shit, Sherlock.
Why do you hate me, Carol? Why do you hate me? What did I do?
I'm gonna give that a can you make a bunk positive to the difficulty? Like it adds to the difficulty. No.
Like I didn't know I don't know how the bunks works right now because like I just making one of the explanations in the thing.
Fine.
Like
That's fine.
If you want, like I can try to attack a police car.
Generally the bunks are more along the lines of like if it was naming, it would be like something to connect that name. Like okay, like when Vin he said sticks and stones and he's like sitting there messing with sticks and stones may break my bones, but Falala will never hurt me. But he was trying to give Falala yeah, so they have to be connected. So like
okay, I apologize. Okay, then I will basically do
I was going to say, if you have a hat, you can, like a Sherlock Holmes hat or a magnifying glass, you could totally
or even a pipe and start piping it and just go elementary, my dear Watson, something like that, something connected to Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Can I like write my hand SNH with a knife.
Yeah.
Self-inflict.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then that's a 4.
Because carving the initials into your hand. Jesus,
and
man.
take a hit points worth of damage for that.
No problem.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. Yes.
It's gonna last for the rest of the day.
There you go. So, as far as everybody is concerned, Redcap Jesus is now Sherlock Holmes. While seeing him, the reality has warped, and he has a certain Cumberbatchian presence about him. Maybe
he, like,
even a little Robert
Cumberbatch
Downey Jr.
or, what's his face?
What?
Downey Jr.
I think he's more Downey Jr. type of Sherlock Holmes.
Whatever.
Actually, I should have named myself James Moriarty, but never mind.
But then you'd be the Prince of Crime. So that's.
He immediately sees his dream and says the heir of winter and his queen. I need to find Patrick.
So.
And then he will immediately activate his Suitsei tree.
Okay.
He sits down and basically tries to find the Patrick.
I'm trying to find where everything is.
Let me check what I roll.
Yes. That treasure you're using for that? Okay, yeah.
No, so say 3, no treasure. What treasure are you talking about? I don't have any treasure.
There it is. Yeah, the tattoo. Okay. I knew it was there. I was just because I have it printed super tiny. I'm doing the old lady squint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is. I think I'm rolling in gnosis. Not gnosis. Sorry, my glamour.
We're all running on different game rules today.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 successes.
Yes. 2 successes. Yeah. So to find Patrick, you'll see the sky, and and also just sort of the top of some homes.
Is it rich homes or shit homes?
Rich homes.
Is it the rich homes of the Mercia rich homes or shit homes?
It is the homes of Brigand Fowl, not there are no rich homes in San Alipius.
Okay, it's less shitty homes.
Very nice homes.
That's exactly where he goes then.
All right, Holmes.
Deduce from which houses you've seen his location.
All right, so
as you see him rise up into the moonlight and then just goes shooting down.
Yeah, doing somersaults in the air. Okay, so as Patrick reaches the window where Emma is still pitching the bloodiest of fits.
Now, he's not coming directly at the window because Marcia's might still be there. Mm-hmm. And he gets onto that nice window slat corner. He's got the thing and he whispers to Bella for a moment, who flies down and rings the doorbell.
Wait, who's Bella?
Bella's his
it's Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Ah.
Make the dog growl. Okay. Then we're gonna say you're not too far behind, so you might actually catch this little light pushing a button. If you want to roll a perception alertness real quick, we'll say that you do if you succeed.
Perception alertness?
Yes. I think that is 5 dice for you. Mm-hmm. You see the hell out of this little glowing ball. this firefly from hell reaching
God.
your doorbell.
Hey, kid, no, give me the horse. Give me the horse.
Patrick kind of looks down for a moment. It's like he just sort of like he dangles it over the roof for a moment and then just throws it into the window. Into Marcia, into her room.
Ben's eyes narrow a little bit, and he like heads into the house.
Thumbs his nose a bit, and peeks around to see probably Emma with Falala finally just like flopped into her face for a moment in shock.
Yeah. And as soon as she has Falala in her possession, she just immediately switches from like screaming to just, and she lays down to go to sleep because she's exhausted because yelling takes a lot out of a kid.
Then gets into her room and shuts the window and closes the curtains.
And she'll turn and she's like, look, she came back.
Yes, honey, she did. She did. I'm
she
sorry.
A little heavier.
Well, she just needs a hug from you to lighten up.
Probably a trip in the washing machine.
Well,
but it's probably not the best time for that washing machine because it's bedtime for her.
Nope.
So she curls up with the muddy, heavy, stuffed horse. Night, Daddy.
Night, honey. Sleep well. He kisses her on the forehead and tucks her in and like tucks the blanket under her like a burrito almost, so she's all snug in there. Make sure her nightlight is working. Turn the light off. And leave the door mostly shut. Before going to his balefire and sitting in front of it.
Yeah, Marcia is going to have made her way home.
I actually have spent.
So, okay. Yeah, we're gonna say that Marcia, when you come home, just quietly made her way back to her home.
Where is Rebecca tonight?
She has a migraine.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's why I'm
bad one.
Yeah. And okay, so where is Patrick going after throwing the horse?
He's actually kind of a little like he sort of like pouts for him when he's floating in front of the closed window now with the curtains things, and he's got his small little sort of pout here.
Mm-hmm.
Before he thinks for a moment and
Patrick, get down.
Hold on. He says he manages like to dig into his pockets for a moment. He finds a pencil and a pen, and he writes something. I'll send you a message in a little bit here.
Okay.
But he writes something in a pen, and manages to like stuff it into like in between the crack of the under the window.
Okay.
And to sort of pirouettes in the air before like flying, like twirling down into the middle of the street where where Street Jesus is before standing, hands on hips.
What are you doing?
Getting a horse.
Why?
Someone lost a horse. I wanted to get it. Had a nice chat with Ted. He was nice.
Did you eat it?
No, it's made of fluff.
You eat normal horses?
Never eaten a horse.
Nah, you should try it.
Well, maybe not that horse, but maybe I'll try a horse one day. As he sort of skips over to, and he actually just sort of like he's taking advantage of his time with being able to fly. So he just sort of like gives a very extended hop over and sits on the back of one of the parked cars here next to Street Jesus.
The war is coming.
War?
Yes.
Ooh, we get to play soldiers?
Probably. Patrick, you need to lead us.
Well, yeah, of course I'll lead a war. That sounds awesome.
The war. There's some problems. There's a Ratcap kid, the Queen of Winter. He's gonna arrive.
D, I want you to roll your perception alertness to see if you're hearing this, since you live across the street from.
So.
And this is just happening in the street.
I mean, if anybody comes near them, I will just yell at them, "Fuck off!" And then.
It's a perception alertness, so I have to look it up. I don't remember the stats on this character.
That's fine. That's why I was looking at it. I was like, I think she has acute hearing. So.
I have, and sight, actually, yes.
Yes.
Perception and I don't have a lot of points in those two skills yet, but okay. So that should be 2 successes. Based on the
normal difficulty,
yeah. So okay, you'll hear like some like the chitter chatter, and you're like you're not making out words, but like at least one of the voices sounds familiar. I'm not quite sure how familiar D is with Redcap Jesus, but Patrick's voice.
She's only heard him. She's spoken kind of in his general vicinity a few times. What once or twice total so far?
Okay.
The horses are fighting with the Ratcap girl. There will be a Ratcap girl. This was what he was saying.
Oh, that's fine. No, she's gonna shift into Spider and sort of creep out one of her little bolt holes. One of the little paths she knows in the wall to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And fling up a web to sort of start working her way closer.
All right.
Patrick, we need to get ready.
Well, how?
You need to gather your armies.
Well, armies. Never had an army before. Actually, no, I have had several armies before. He says he starts laughing as he's sort of remaining there. Toodles. Oh, man, Toodles probably isn't around anymore.
There's a thing coming. It's going to hurt us all. There's a kid who's running away, but the horse is running away towards this kid. It's important, Patrick. The girl with the teeth, the Queen of Winter. She will be your queen, and you will be the king.
I get to be king?
You will be heir of winter when the winter comes.
I'll be the king of winter? That's awesome! That's so cool. He just sort of like he bounces off the back of the thing, and he just sort of like gives a nice laugh as he gives like a circle around. I'm gonna be king, top of his lungs, kind of thing.
Okay, if he's going to be screaming at the top of his lungs, Vin, you can roll a perception alertness to see if you hear the general chaos coming from.
Oh God. I think my issue might be the fact that I have acute hearing and they're screaming very near me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you definitely hear the small child having a conversation.
He clicks on the link to open that website when he hears the screaming and goes outside and goes, "Hey, I have kids sleeping upstairs. Keep it down. You don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here."
What the hell?
Is it like his land? Is it his land?
No,
it's my patio.
He's on his patio. You guys are in the street.
So basically the Ratcap steps one step back and then sits on the basically gets out of his where his house is.
Mm-hmm.
He gets out in where it can be seen as his domain, and he he just one step back out of there, and he sits on the car again. Lord,
but I'm not over there. As Patrick is hovering 20 feet in the air.
I'm not saying I will do it, but someone in this neighborhood will call the cops.
Lord,
so
let's have a word.
That is not someone or somewhere either of you will want to go, I assure you.
Why not?
Patrick, please.
Well, I don't know why. Why wouldn't I want to go with the cops?
I will explain to you, Patrick. Lord, let's have a word.
I am not your lord. You can call me Ven. I have had a screaming child freaking out until she got her horse back. I just got her put to sleep. I'd much rather her not be up all night.
The knight. Sir, let's have a word.
Wait, you're a knight? Patrick gets down and he floats over and like stands on the porch looking up at Vin. Like he doesn't like no fear whatsoever. Just even if like threats of the cop and everything like that. Just as he's like looking at you wide eyed with like wonder.
Oh God, come inside quickly. I cannot have this happening all night. And he like motions to the open door.
Yeah, and Patrick Patrick just goes on in.
I'm totally going in there too, by the way.
Fine.
Redcap looks around.
Yes, you too. Street.
Are you sure?
Just don't eat anything. And he starts heading into his own home.
Okay.
Basically, while you guys weren't paying attention, Spider sort of wings it right through the door. Whoosh. And sort of scuttles around like slightly behind a curtain or something.
I'm pretty sure. And then we rounded down, remember?
Okay. So now you are all in the same place. Scream away.
That's extra money.
So, have you ever slayed a dragon before?
No.
Well, do you have a horse?
I did at one point.
Well, why not anymore?
It's complicated.
No, it's not. You either have a horse or you don't.
I don't. You asked me why I don't have a horse. I said the why is complicated.
Well, the why can't be that complicated. You don't have a horse. What happened to it?
It is at the castle, I presume, in the state.
You have a castle?
No, my lord had a castle.
Why don't you have a castle? You're a knight.
Patrick. I saw a dream, Lord. Dream is about. I saw this horses running away, and then I saw this redcap girl, really small, looking at them with this teeth. I think the prophecy is coming to happen. The prophecy of the winter.
I don't think horses necessarily have to do with winter, but okay, I'm listening. Carol, can I roll intelligence grammar to kind of piece together what he's talking about, like how any of what he's talking about could be a prophecy of winter or anything, or what it might mean actually?
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna give it a difficulty of 8 though.
Of what?
Of 8. If you want to roll gray, was it Greymare or?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I just roll enigmas?
Yeah, Greymare or enigmas, but difficulty.
Please change that for Christy.
Oh, you don't like it?
Yeah, I hate spiders.
Oh, see, I asked everybody if there was a problem with it, and that's the only reason I put it up at all.
I didn't.
You never told me.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
I asked. Okay. I mean, she is a spider at the moment. That's why I did it.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
Let me roll real quick.
Okay.
Would my int specialty analytical count here?
Let me think.
Never mind. It's a horrible botch.
Oh God. What
Clearly, it is our doom. The end times are here.
It is not just a botch. It is a shitty botch of a very big variety.
I'm gonna have to think for a moment as to what you think this dream means.
That's fine. Let them
yeah,
tell you.
I'm gonna go with Vin's 1 success real quick. Well, wouldn't that be? No, yeah, I gave it an increased difficulty. Let's see. Which symbols did you mention, Amachan? You said the horses and a red cap. You left out some stuff. So
I will tell everything. I will tell everything.
Okay.
That's what I kind of remembered.
Okay.
It's Sherlock
as you-
Holmes right now. He's probably making sure all the details are there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Please remember that Redcap Jesus is
Sherlock Holmes.
sending off a real Sherlocky vibe right now. And respond
Like he is.
Well, why
he
don't
is the
you
investigation.
explain?
He's the investigation master.
Okay. So symbols of serpents and specifically serpents devouring definitely resonates somewhere in the that's not a great sign area of your brain.
Should I roll intelligence gray mare as well?
Yes, go ahead. We're gonna say it's standard diff for him because he is Sherlock at the moment, and
I have 3 successes.
okay. Yeah, well, I mean, you're already proclaiming it to be a portent of winter. It certainly is not a good omen. It invokes feelings of change, death, betrayal, but at the very end, the queen, or the very, very young queen, she gives you a feeling of hope. So
There's a betrayal, hunger, murder.
oh,
and the queen. Go on.
Okay, D, you are convinced beyond all reason that this dream is fucking literal. The only horse you've seen so far being Falala, you're convinced that he has had a dream of snakes eating Falala's horse, and that there probably is a snake in Falala's room at this moment. So, or not Falala's room, Emma's room.
This dream is literal. I'm speaking from experience as Sherlock Holmes.
I'm sorry, you're speaking of...
I am talking to Wynn and Patrick in the room.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Once we get this going, we need to start moving forward with weddings.
Lord, this is important.
I understand. I'm not a lord. I am but a knight, and one kind of separated from court at the moment. Please call me Ben.
Sir Wynn.
Just Ben.
But why?
Because that little girl up there would be very confused if you started addressing me with noble title.
Isn't she sleeping?
With my luck, probably not.
Oh, cool. Then
Why
she can
would-
play. And see Patrick gets down and starts to go upstairs.
I grab the back of his shirt.
Yep. Hey,
Nope.
let me go.
And then I put my hand over his mouth.
I lick it.
He looks down at you and goes, "I'm a teacher with a daughter your
And I
age."
bite.
Bite?
Yeah, I bite.
Okay, so you're
Do you
gonna
draw blood?
hold on.
It's a hard bite. It's probably not a draw of blood, but it's a hard one.
Okay, well, he would let go at that point. But
Don't you ever touch me.
He'd reach into his pocket and like pull out a detention slip and toss it at you. And go, "You are so well behaved." And that's my bunk for name.
Oh, God. Okay,
For what? What's for bunk?
For nickname. You're so
Yeah.
well behaved.
So well behaved. I'm going to be polite, Patrick.
we're gonna say that that's a -2.
Yeah, it's a
difficulty.
-2. It's really good. It's a really good one.
That is a
Yeah.
good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if applied to a changeling, mortal, or other sentient creature, the target cannot gain willpower unless she acts in accordance with the spirit of the nickname.
Exactly.
The number of successes determines the duration. Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm very well
I
aware
can't-
of that one.
I can't spend any more glamour for a while, everyone.
Mhm.
But
Let's see how well this goes.
Let's see.
Oh, that's a
Three
week.
successes.
Three sixes.
No, that's
So 1 week.
yeah. Actually, wait. Is it 1 week? I thought 4 was a week. Oh, never mind. Well, 4's a month. Never mind. It is a week.
Yeah, 4's a month.
Mm.
So that's how my rabbit ended up in her.
Mm.
I never thought playing a teacher could be so much fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
And then he sits down after he throws the demerit and like nurses his hand a little bit.
Oh.
Did I like realize he just used an art on Patrick?
If you want to, I mean, it was a pretty obvious bunk.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Patrick sort of almost straightens up for a minute. It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. Are
The
you hungry?
Not really.
If you are, you can get some cookies out of the kitchen.
Okay.
the red cap kind of looks at the she and says, "That was not cool."
This is my home, and he bit me. After I said I'm trying to keep a 7-year-old asleep.
He looks at Patrick.
Patrick just sort of, after a little moment, decides, maybe cookies aren't a bad idea, and decides to go in and get some cookies.
The red cap Jesus is not happy, and he just says, "Maybe Patrick, maybe we should leave."
Suppose it's one thing to toss someone 3 stories up in the air, but another one to make them behave in your home. You really have no right to be insulted. He was behaving like a brat. He has been behaving like a brat. And if we're discussing the end of times, that behavior is not acceptable.
He kind of looks at the she and says, "Do you really want to yell at me in your house while you're alone?" Because I'm going to roll manipulation, intimidation as a red cap, which I have 6 dice at difficulty 3.
Oh, God.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. He is intimidating you.
You can leave.
I am. Is
He does look bothered, but he tells you can leave.
I think like 5 successes on intimidating you.
You should probably, 5 successes to intimidate. Unless you want to spend, what would it be?
I'll spend a willpower.
And he nods and then looks at Patrick. "Patrick, let's go."
Okay. Sorry about the hand, he says as he waves and follows Chap Jesus out.
The door
Red
shuts
cap.
and locks almost immediately.
Yeah, red cap just like slowly leaves. And he looks at Patrick and says, "Patrick, are you all right?"
I guess.
What's Dee doing during all of this?
She's actually inside of his house, and she's being totally nosy. Because Patrick's okay, and Redcap Jesus is fine. So she's pretty much watching. She's watching Vin, and potentially going to start looking through cupboards and things.
Okay,
but not yet. She's just watching
hear
at the moment.
Did you hear my your botched interpretation of the?
No, I was waiting for it.
Oh, I had mentioned it. You are convinced beyond all reason that this was a literal dream, and since the only horse you've seen recently is Falala, you're convinced that this is a sign that there are poisonous snakes in Emma's room.
Ah, well, in that case, she wouldn't be doing that. She would actually be heading off in spider form still to sneak into her room and, look very carefully for these poisonous snakes.
Do you make somebody roll for something that definitely isn't there?
I could botch and find them.
Right.
There's totally snakes.
Snakes everywhere. She freaks out and throws socks. Okay, yeah, fine. Roll investigation.
Wits and where's my investigation? I hope I have it.
You do. You have 1.
Oh, thank you.
So
I was
total
looking for
4.
that. Well, it's only a fail, so I failed to find the non-existent snakes.
Yes. Yeah. You find no snakes. You don't find no snakes not there.
And yeah, she will actually, if the child seems to be really sleeping like well enough, she's actually gonna she'll go like under something and shift back to herself and make sure looking with human eyes too. Like she's gonna make she's really convinced. So she will, based on the fact that that was in fact a bot, she will stay up to all hours of the night just searching for these damn snakes in one stupid little room. And so tomorrow's school will just be really terrible. But that is, a botch is a botch. So
yes.
So yeah. and you to the point you might start hearing human sounds coming from your daughter's room.
Yes, you're going to, there will be the shuffling of footsteps from upstairs, even though you, as far as you know, Vin, you have kicked everyone out of your home. What's happening?
Was that to me? Sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
What did you ask?
You hear the shuffling of footsteps upstairs, even though, as far as you know, you have kicked everyone out of your home.
Oh, for the love of Dawn. I go upstairs with my chimerical staff with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
There's, I'd like to roll to hear that he's coming.
Yes, roll perception alertness.
I totally hear it. So if I could do that, then since I do hear, if I have the second to do it, get back under like probably some thrown little blanket or doll or something, and shift back to Spider and try to scuttle under something.
Okay. So, Vin, opening the door, you see nothing, and you wake up your daughter. What? What's going on?
I'm sorry, honey. I thought I heard something. Go back to sleep. Everything's fine.
It's a great puka trick. I should plan this.
She kind of gives you a frown, like it would be a lot easier to sleep if noises weren't happening. Lots of noises weren't happening. She just kind of like buries her head in the pillow, like pulls Falala over her ears.
I'm gonna go lay down in my room. It's a lot quieter in there.
And you can see like Falala move as she shakes her head no.
Okay, well, I'll try to make sure that nothing else happens to keep you awake. I apologize, honey.
Okay.
This is why being a spider is fun. Nobody knows who they are.
All right. So, there are no snakes. There is a child trying to sleep. And back to Patrick and Jesus. Well-behaved Patrick and Sherlock Jesus.
The red cap is like considering, should I throw a rock at the windows, but he doesn't do it because he doesn't want to cause problems.
I just want to go home.
What do you mean you want to go home?
I just want to go home.
Where's your home?
I don't know where it is now.
You can sleep with me, Patrick. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
You will sleep at his feet. It can be cold, but here, my jacket. He kind of gives his jacket to Patrick.
Thank you.
You're the heir.
Item acquired, stinky jacket.
Da 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 da.
Okay. So, if she doesn't listen to us, we need to find individuals to listen to us. Because that thing might be a problem. We need the puka girl. We need the puka girl. And the other red cat.
Sorry.
Oh, and I broke her windows too.
I will break your windows again.
Oh no, don't do that.
What do you mean no?
It's just going to cause too much trouble.
I mean, Patrick, can I try to like unweave?
I don't even know. I mean, you have naming as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Maybe I can like name him to like Patrick Mason.
God. Rename.
Rename him to Mischievous.
See, it seems like naming him his mortal name could be problematic.
Why?
Because that's his mortal side. Like, I'm just saying, if he's Patrick Mason,
Yeah.
but he's actually Peter Pan, that's the side that's currently being suppressed by the current nickname.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's a Peter Pan or not. That's true.
Yeah, so it's like,
I didn't name him that he wasn't himself. I named him that he was a well-behaved Peter Pan.
it's yes, which does not exist.
That's a little bit different.
No, it does exist. We have a whole movie about it called Hook, and he was still
Oh no, that's not it.
I'm gonna just say that doesn't feel like Peter Pan at all.
It feels very sad, actually, and I might
talking
go
about
ahead
him.
and cry after this.
I'm talking about him at the end when he remembered everything. He was an adult. Not that he's an adult, but that he was behaved. He wasn't like biting people and like causing destruction and mayhem.
He was still a pan.
He threw his phone and quit his job, which is fairly irresponsible considering he has 2 children. But I mean,
Gap Jesus just says, "You need to find allies."
Well, I guess I could talk to my friends tomorrow.
Your friends is not like us, Patrick.
But they could still help.
How?
Well, they can. I mean, they could... Oh, no.
Can they torch places?
I mean, they could, but that'd be... Oh, that'd be bad.
Patrick, are you showing concern for their well-being?
I am, and being
Roll
responsible.
antithesis.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am rolling. So, what's the roll for banality again? Sorry.
Your glamour difficulty 8, I believe.
Okay. I am indeed showing concern and being responsible. Yep.
Okay, you managed to not gain any banality. So, let's see.
What we gotta do is to find allies.
I guess I could talk to Ted.
Who's Ted?
Well, Ted's a dragon. It's very nice.
There's Ted.
I saw him at the park. I don't know if he's still there.
Let's go find Ted.
Okay.
All right. So you're heading to the park, and
Am I convinced that there are no snakes now? Having
I will say that you have convinced yourself that you have scared the snakes away.
Fair enough. There are no snakes that are going to get poor Emma.
Yes.
Not in my watch.
Certainly not tonight.
So yeah, she's gonna shift it back into Spider and basically look for a crack or a crevice type thing. She's never really explored this particular house, but I'm sure she could find some way to get out without being seen.
Yeah, we'll say it's fairly easy because it's across the street from yours, so probably the mirror layout of your home.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm just saying, every building settles differently.
Yeah.
So either way, it's fine as long as she can find a way out without being seen. That's all she's looking for. So when she gets out, she will find herself a place to hide under a bush or something, and poof, back to human. And she's actually going to head into because let's face it, I did in fact take a specific contact just for the purpose of getting illegal things for her age and for other things. So she's going to go Actually rummaging among the bushes of her own house very briefly and
Drink every high schooler drinks.
I thought it was Strawberry Hill. I thought that was the kind.
Well, she has an allergy to strawberries.
That's true. She would not be anywhere near that. So yeah, melon flavored works perfectly.
Melon flavored. Yes. Boone's Farm.
This is absolutely cheap, nasty wine that's vaguely fruit flavored.
Yes. And
yeah, she's gonna go actually climb. She's gonna go into the backyard and climb up into the tree house because she just needs to chill out after that whole snake thing.
Yeah. Okay. So
her phone is with her though.
Yeah. Currently there's no Patrick in there. So if if Vin is responding to your emails or anything like that, you have access to that. And whenever he gets back online, I'll inform him of that. So we will. So we will go to Redcap Jesus and Patrick.
The well-behaved.
Yes, well-behaved Patrick at the park. If you, since Redcap Jesus is Sherlock, if you want to roll perception alertness, you can perhaps pick something up of the trail of Ted.
Just a second. I have perception in 5 dice. I have 3 successes.
Okay. You're hot on the trail of like a chimerical footprint trail, where the trees are thicker, and leading your young Watson along with you, you find a tiny business card with a circle drawn on it with little bitty trees all around it. And inside is just the word Ted in calligraphy.
This belongs to Ted.
I guess so. It's got his name on it.
So it must be belong to him. Ted, where are you?
Roll intelligence enigma. Yeah.
He was the business card all along.
No.
Don't you see? Ted was within you the whole time.
I don't have any enigmas. I don't have any.
So just roll intelligence.
Well, I could actually roll intelligence enigmas, actually.
Yes, you can.
I have 3 successes.
Okay.
Let me check my enigmas real fast. Sorry. Okay. I have 3 dice to roll. 3 dice to roll.
Damn. Did good.
Patrick got 1.
There you go. It feels, since it's in this place, this park or whatever, there's this like little thing of childish thought that goes through Redcap's Jesus' head and naturally occurs to Patrick that perhaps it's not so much a business card as it is a very small map because Ted is very small.
He kind of looks at the stupid thing again. And he's like, this stupid thing might be a map.
This stupid thing might be a map.
Oh, it could? As Patrick sort of picks it up and is like kind of like looking at it, like almost pressing it to his eye. Cool.
It's super subtle, guys. If you remember anything I've told you about the 2 towns and what exists within them. It is a perfect circle of trees with the Ted's name in the middle of it.
It's the woods. He lives in the woods. He lives in the woods.
That nobody goes in.
Oh, and I can't go in there.
What do you mean we can't go in there?
Well, no one's supposed to go in there.
Are you how are you gonna lead? Like he kind of pulls Patrick. How are you gonna lead changelings if you can't be their heir and leader?
Well, I can't do it. It's not right. Can't go in there.
I'm going in. Are you coming? Are you a coward?
I'm not a coward.
You are a coward.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
You
I
are.
didn't mean to get loud.
If you're not going there, you're a coward.
All right, I guess I'll go. Poor, well-behaved Patrick. No thirst for adventure.
The saddest thing.
Keep those banality rolls coming. We're gonna have some fun.
Oh Lord.
I think you're going to the.
Yes, the woods. Okay, so at the center of town is a perfect circle of untouched forest.
Do they happen to be passing by me? Or no?
Well, it is in the center of Brigham Fowl, so they would have to go back. Let me see. Let me consult that fucking map.
The fucking map. Excuse me.
So I can see where I've oriented.
At least close enough that I might hear them talking or something.
Well,
I think you will.
they were in the park.
Mariachis talking.
Right, but I don't know how close the park is either. Because basically, I had her go there because she didn't, it's like, well, I don't know where anybody's at now, so
Yeah.
go home. But if she hears them coming, she'll probably go out and join them.
Okay, let's see. Well, I mean, if you guys want to collect some allies, let's see. They can always go back to get you, since Patrick likes you.
Yeah. I mean, Redcap Jesus would go to her house, wake up his mom and dad, and then, say, hey, we need your
it's so
puka.
late.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Patrick knows where she lives.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's so late at night. She's probably sleeping.
Patrick, you get D, I'm gonna get win.
Well, but
you guys would pass through the housing area to go to the woods, so you can pass by her house without it being out of the way.
Can we get win as well? Because I don't want to leave Logan's character in the back.
Yeah, you can get win as well. They're next door neighbors.
To be fair, though, after that intimidation roll, he would absolutely not go with me.
That's true.
Even if you see one of your best and brightest students about to go with them.
I also have a 7-year-old daughter at home, which is a 3-point flaw.
Oh yes, this is true.
That is a very valid point.
That is a very valid
And that's entirely why he did what he did, because I'm playing into that flaw.
No,
Yep.
Right. No, you're good.
Perfectly good.
Playing the character. Playing the character.
I love people when people play their flaws. It's amazing.
Yes.
Most people doesn't, and I'm giving you props right now. It's really good.
Yep.
I'm not going to chastise anybody for playing who they wrote.
I mean, is anything else gonna happen, or am I out for the night?
It's not that you're out for the night. I
think there's something happening for you tomorrow. So in game tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you have a very early morning doctor's appointment. So, which we're gonna cut to after they.
Yeah. Although once he hopefully gets the chance to check that damn email.
Yeah. Oh yes. While you were away, I was saying if you guys want to discuss your emails via phone, you can.
Well, I mean, basically, she had just sent a link, but said you don't want to check this, and and sent the link.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can see the thing that describes fixing things permanently. And she doesn't send any other comments with it because she doesn't really want to admit that she was digging through your phone and found the phone number. So she just kind of sends this to you with no comments.
Okay, but does the website say what they're fixing exactly?
Yeah, it has a list of various things that they're known for treating. Everything from childhood PTSD, neurological disorders, physiological disorders, And I don't know if you were here when I mentioned that they were talking about adapting a treatment for broken racehorses for broken people.
Not at all creepy.
We're all horses.
Although, to be fair, fixing PTSD permanently doesn't necessarily scream evil.
But anything being
True.
fixed permanently, how often, okay, think about it this way. If you can fix anything, quote, permanently, it sounds like the easy quick fix, which is probably not the right way.
We have arts that are the easy quick fix too. That isn't like
I'm well behaved now. That's actually something. So-
Yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like not like saying, "Oh, we're going to lobotomize these children."
Hey, you can take if you don't want to take it that way, then that's fine. I'm just
The red cap Jesus is walking. Continue walking towards the houses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you going to stop and get D then? Yeah.
Yep. Patrick, get D.
Oh, okay. Guess, and go right to the front door like a well-responsible person and ring the doorbell.
No, you want.
After a
No, you
moment.
want. No, you want. You're gonna get up to her room, flying, knock her window.
I thought he already rang the doorbell. I thought he was describing his
Oh
actions.
no. He's like stopping him. Like no.
Okay, that's fine. You can stop him. He's not going to bite your hand.
Where's her room?
Well, I honestly don't know, actually.
well. If you think about it logically, you've been through the house. You know, there were multiple bedrooms, probably upstairs.
Well, the only one I saw was the parents' room and the
Right,
kitchen and living
But there
room.
were two. But there were two other bedrooms you would have passed upstairs.
Well, it's upstairs, I guess. I think.
I'm gonna D. We need to find a way. You need to show me the way.
Well, I mean, he sort of looks up there. The other side was it's probably one of these two. He says he points up to like the windows.
I guess we gotta throw a rock.
Now, when you say a rock,
Is it a
Small,
boulder?
small, really
okay,
small.
like a pebble, because
Yeah.
throwing rocks has been quite the theme this game.
So he's gonna throw something to take the attention of one of the rooms.
Okay.
Can I hear the weird sounds at least?
Yeah,
Or
I
try
mean,
to?
if you want to roll perception alertness with your heightened senses to hear, even if it's out the wrong window, you can.
I got 2. Because I'm not
Okay.
in the remember, I'm in the treehouse.
Yeah, so you hear somebody on the other side of the house throwing tiny rocks at a window at your house.
We can't be doing that. That's not nice. We should just ring the bell and get her around here.
She's gonna because she's gonna go ahead and climb down. Actually, she's going to well, she's just gonna leave it there. What's the worst that happens, right? Dad finds it and then I'm in trouble. Oh no.
Oh, you'll also hear like the little bells that are Bella getting increasingly upset at Patrick's behavior.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something that I would know exactly who that is.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's
yeah,
rude. I can't just do that.
right. So yeah, she's gonna go ahead and she'll climb down with the bottle, tuck it behind inside some more bushes,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hey,
and then walk around the side of the house, and kind of just peek around the front of the house. She's not hiding.
D. Puka girl.
I know. I have no idea what you're talking about. Quit talking in such lies.
Whatever. We gotta go. You gotta come with us. We got a journey to do. We gotta do some shit.
What are you doing?
Patrick, what are we doing?
I guess we're going to the the woods?
As a resident of Briggenfell, you know that the woods have generally been an off-limits location. Nobody knows why they're off-limits. Nobody even has to be told they're off-limits. Just know you're not supposed to go to the circular woods.
So her eyes widen a little bit, and she'll just be like, "That's the best idea. Why are we going there?"
Well, because Ted's there, but I know it's late, and we probably shouldn't be going there at night. Actually, we probably shouldn't be going there at all. But I don't want to be a coward.
She's just gonna. Well, she actually already knows why he's acting weird, so she's just not even going to question it. She just kind of blinks at him because she'd forgotten for a second.
D, let's go.
Absolutely not. Why would I do that? As she kind of just checks to make sure her phone is safely in her pocket and walks out to join them.
I guess you're going to, character death.
Patrick's gonna grab each of their hands and hold them between them as he's walking with them.
Oh, that is the weirdest thing ever.
He's wearing my jacket.
Oh. Okay. So, anyways, as you head towards the circular woods, there's this sort of I'm trying to explain the feeling. There's this feeling of not ill will towards you or anything like that, but just something is trying to make you forget that you're even looking at the damn thing. With the exception of whoever is holding the card at the moment.
I think Patrick's got it, actually. He was the only one who picked it up.
Okay, so Patrick is the only person who does not feel that sort of oh, this could be bad. It actually feels like, well, yeah, I've obviously been invited here. This is a place to be.
Actually, this doesn't.
Bad idea.
This is actually not feeling so bad. I kind of feel, I feel like it's okay. He sort of lets. You guys can keep holding my hands if you want. I'll guide us. There's almost a little bit of his courage is coming back a little bit as he's keeps a hold of their hands and starts leading them into the woods.
It's not the worst idea.
This is a bad idea. Let's go. Let's go back.
No, it totally feels like the best idea.
Whatever.
So the question is, what are you guys doing? Are you following? Are you fighting?
I'm trying to pull them along with me.
Yes.
Can we fight this feeling?
Yeah, you can spend a willpower to ignore it, or
or just keep going even though you feel really trepidatious.
Yeah. Yes, or keep going, and if I feel the need to, there will be penalties to certain rolls. So
I will go.
I'll do that as well. At the very least, to start. Yeah, just to see at least.
Okay, so, I was gonna say, don't you have the Curious Flaw? No, you don't.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I just checked that too. I was like, I kind of feel like maybe, but no.
Okay.
Patrick's with the one with the Curious Flaw, but you know what? He's being well behaved about it.
So as you finally kind of break the barrier of the first outer circle of trees, you feel a certain sense of belonging. It's not the foreboding feeling is still there because you're in the woods, but it is definitely a high glamour location. And out of the corners of your eyes, you can see various chimera doing their best to stay out of your line of sight.
What types of chimera can we tell?
They're very used to trying to avoid being seen. So you'll see things like maybe a flick of a tail, or like an eye blink out for just so, like.
Arvina dreaming?
Not really, but it's like you are near to a trod that is open, so there's a lot of high glamour.
That's actually really cool. Okay.
So
yeah, so she's kind of breathes. It takes like an extra breath there because that was really heavy for a second. It's still heavy, but it's a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick's just in full wonder at this place because this feels so wonderful. Like there's some sleeping nature of him that's kind of like struggling, like it just wants to do something, but he doesn't know what, and it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right here. Actually, it seems actually kind of rude. So for right now, that weird struggling feeling within his chest just sort of trapped there. But aside from that, he's actually feeling really excited and full of wonder with this place.
So, if you'll remember, the map has Ted's name at the center of the circle. You are just past the first, group of trees. So, do you press on?
Can I roll, say, Grimaire to understand what this is? Because I'm not sure that we would know that this is where a trot is at, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll that to potentially know?
Yeah, you can roll Greymare or even Kenning, I'll say. If you guys all want to make that kind of roll.
Not Patrick so much right now. He's just he's kind of going forward because he.
I have intelligence. Greymare 7 successes.
Okay.
I got one.
My God. Oh, John. Redcap Jesus
Christ.
has full clarity of what the fuck is going on. Not only does he know that there is a trod that just stays open in the near vicinity, he knows exactly which direction to head to reach that trod. If he should decide. It isn't in the very center, but it is near.
Is it a good idea to enter this trod?
Is what?
Is it a good idea to enter this trod?
Is it ever a good idea to enter a trod that you don't know where it goes?
Yeah.
It's probably better to, research a little bit first. But,
And
Okay, that was stop.
yeah, and then D, you would also know, like, the high glamour has that sort of traversing sort of feel to it. The feel of journeys yet to be had.
She's kind of going, and she'll just be like, why have I never come here before?
We don't know anything about this place. We should go back, ask our allies about this.
No, Ted. This feels great. This actually, you know what? I feel like it's okay. We can go.
No, we're not going back. You come.
But I feel like we should. We belong. Like we should go further. Besides, Ted's waiting.
It might be dangerous.
I don't think so. I mean, I feel fine.
I know so. Don't worry. We should ask our allies about this first.
Ted's our ally. We can help Ted, but
who's Ted?
No, he's a dragon. It's very small.
Oh yes, we should always trust the dragons.
course. He's a wonderful friend. He gave me Falala. Oh, I feel very rude. I didn't stay for tea.
Let's go back.
Well,
Gather
come on,
our allies.
you were the one saying I shouldn't be a coward. Now you're
Okay then. Let's go.
As you go further into the woods, then I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Aiming for Ted, not for the open, not for the trod, but
Yeah,
we're trying for Ted.
Yes. As the map directs you.
And Patrick feels fine.
Yes. Because he was invited.
Yeah.
Anyways, as you start making your way further into the woods, the Chimera further in are a little less used to having to dodge human sight. And you'll see like a kind of fat greenish creature with like a rotund stomach, and he's stuffing little orbs in his mouth, and just filling his cheeks with them. And he has like these like saucer-sized eyes that just like look up as he realizes he's in front of people, which is new. Gives a very slow blink.
Hello.
He tries to shove some more of the orbs in his mouth, panics, throws one to the ground, and in a moment he disappears. A few of the things he was eating sprinkled to the ground.
Yeah, Patrick practically like lets go of their hands and he runs over. It's like, hey, you lost this, and he's holding up the orb in their direction as they've gone.
I see your note on Tom. I'm so sorry. So okay, I'll try and speed this along. Okay, so you're picking up the orb, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to roll perception, Kenning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I sure can.
Okay.
Let me see what my perception kenning is. Where's my kenning?
3 dice.
Yes, 3 dice. Thank you. It's wonderful when more people have the sheet than just one. So,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, that's 3 successes.
Yeah. This is he was stuffing these things in his cheek. You know that him throwing it is why he was able to disappear, and that these orbs, if thrown, will give you the advantage of vanishing for a moment. So,
well, I guess I'll keep a hold of it. He says as he shrugs and he shoves it in. Maybe he'll want it back later.
Okay. So yes, as you continue moving, the other Chimera are taking a lesson from the poor guy with the saucer eyes, and trying to move out of sight a little faster than they're used to. But yeah, you'll catch actual shapes and stuff now if you are looking around. Nothing too familiar, like legendary familiar, but like kind of the forgotten and abandoned imaginary friends. Like not even like really good ones, like those sort of like transient imaginary friends that you make before you settle on the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the extras have made it to the circular forest and have just taken up camp here. You know, like off-brand cartoon characters, that kind of.
Gotcha. Not quite Bugs Bunny, but you can say Bugs Bunny.
I'm kind of thinking Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, like adolescent deformed karate lizards, kind of.
That's really depressing.
Well,
No, they're good.
What was the nobody wants a something in a box. I can't remember what it was called.
Charlie in a box.
Yeah, nobody wants a Charlie in a box.
Yes, very.
But there's a
Yes.
Charlie in a box here.
So yes, so that
Guys,
kind of thing. Yes.
I'm really sorry, but my mom is getting crazy. I gotta go.
Okay.
All right. It's okay.
I'll
I'll
let
let
you
you. Thank
I
you.
apologize.
No worries.
Just say he fell asleep or like he passed out in a dream or
Okay.
dumb shit. some reason.
Okay.
Well, we'll get you out of the woods first.
Yeah, and like I said, I'll be opening up smaller social scenes so you can actually do scene stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you guys later.
Have a good night, Amachan. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
I feel so bad for him. Okay. Yes. So yeah, so you're not going to see like unicorns or griffins. You're seeing, like I said, off-brand imaginary friends.
Yeah. Fighting lizards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd watch that cartoon.
Prepubescent deformed karate lizards.
That's kind of like watching when you what there were two different versions of Ghostbusters.
Oh
Yeah.
god, the real Ghostbusters and the disappointment that shit was.
Yeah, and then
Wait,
and also there was Transformers and GoBots.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Wait, what were the fake Ghostbusters?
The real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters is the show.
Yeah.
The TV
Yeah.
show?
Yeah, there were two different kinds, I think, and I can't remember what the difference was anymore.
One was Ghostbusters, and that had Peter, Egon, and friends, and also Slimer. And then there was the real Ghostbusters, which was some fucking Scooby Doo kind of bullshit.
They were trying to be edgy 90s.
Heartbreaking is what it was.
Yes, well, the GoBots were fantastic. And right up there with the two different kinds of Voltron.
Wait, was it a cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
The
remember
cartoon.
that. I don't remember that cartoon.
It's not
If
worth
you're lucky,
remembering.
You're lucky.
I remember seeing one episode and I was thoroughly unimpressed. But that was
No, because
Okay.
then there was the Voltron that had the lions and the Voltron that had the cars and trucks.
Oh wait, I had a lot of these real Ghostbusters toys as a kid. I remember the toys.
I don't. Okay, so that is not part of the story.
well, knockoff brands of TV shows is, so let's keep
Yeah.
going.
Indeed, I'm sorry for making something so whimsical.
like Larry Rotter and
Actually, I have a T-shirt that says Harry Otter.
So, moving towards the center, you'll finally reach a very, very, very tiny little hut.
Hmm.
Well, I guess dollhouse sized.
Okay.
So,
I actually don't know if he's sleeping. Would it be rude to wake him up? I guess I'll knock. Like I tap softly on the front door of it.
and you'll hear like a little bit of rustling inside, and then little footsteps coming down very tiny stairs.
Mhm.
The door will open, and the tiny little face of Ted appears. Hello, boy. Come on in. And oh my goodness, you're very tall friend here too. One of the Amazons, I believe.
Can I actually fit in this door, or do I need to shift down just to be able to do it?
You would have to Patrick would have to shift down to get inside that door.
I don't know if I can get in. I don't want to break your house.
Oh, right. Well, I wasn't expecting company right away, but just give me a second. And he closes the door, and you hear very soft. And you hear him say, "You might want to take a step back."
Patrick will take a step back.
Take a step back.
As the house goes and expands to a much more not full-sized house, but child-sized now dollhouse. So,
At least I can crawl in. It's fine.
and a moment later, a 3-foot tall Ted will open the door. Oh, sorry about that. It's a lot easier to provide for yourself when you ensmallin yourself.
Ensmallin yourself? That sounds awesome. Is there a way I can ensmallin myself one day?
You know what, kid? I'll try and learn you.
Cool. He goes in.
And he just kind of beckons you both forward with his claw. Please, 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 have a seat, have a seat. And he indicates to a very small sofa.
She'll attempt to make herself as small as possible and sit on there, and without shifting. She's not going to shift unless she needs to.
Yeah, the sofa would probably be about like small chair size for you. It would be, you know, kid size sofa. Everything is about Patrick size,
which is fine. What she'll do is she'll just sit on the floor. It's easier.
It's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying the couch would accommodate though. So,
but I'd take the whole couch.
So, okay. So, what do I owe the pleasure of your company, your visitation?
Well, I hope it's not too late to be visiting you. I'm sorry about that, but
No, never you mind, boy. I thrive in the nightlife.
Oh, okay, cool. Patrick seems to get be a little more relaxed with that that word. My friend Street Jesus said that something about winter coming and that we needed allies about a situation. Apparently there's something about horses and snakes and a queen of winter or something along those lines, and he said I needed allies, and I said I knew you, and that's why I'm here. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, it's really late.
Oh, well, goodness. There's a lot of information to take in at once, young man.
Well, yeah, I mean, he pulled it all in my head. He said I was going to be a king of winter too, but I don't know if I don't know. I'm.
He puts a small claw on Patrick's shoulder. Heavy is the head that wears a crown. Yes.
I personally have 8 crowns.
Oh, well. How fortuitous of you.
They change. The one I wear depends on the day and the season and my mood.
That makes perfect sense, young lady. And he just kind of gives her a friendly smile. And would either of you like some tea, hot cocoa, biscuits?
Oh, hot chocolate would be nice.
Oh, I hate that stuff. It's all terrible.
Great. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to choke your way through it.
At least I didn't ruin his life. Thank you.
Well, he's a chimera. He knows your games.
He knows your ways.
Yeah. And so he'll come back and with a couple of small plastic teacups of hot chocolate, a little like dish of marshmallows, should you feel so inclined. Because he's a good host.
Lots and lots of marshmallows. Take as many as I can get.
Okay.
What? I've already been drinking tonight. Why not add sugar to it and make it worse?
Yes. And, I mean, he's not going to like complain about it. He provided the marshmallows. Don't provide marshmallows you can't afford to lose. So, anyways, okay, so you were saying that there was horses and what was it again?
Snakes, I think eating horses, and something about horses running to a tower where there was a red cap queen of winter or something like that. I mean, I wish he was here, but he had
totally no teeth. I did not hear a damn thing about teeth.
Oh yeah, well, but there was plenty of teeth. She had plenty of teeth. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
For the record, if it's something you would catch, she wasn't there when, as far as you know, when that story was told.
He doesn't know. Nor does he seem to care.
I'm just letting you know.
Towers are a big deal with the toothy ones. A long time ago, while they were really shaping up to be what they were, they found some cozy places in these things called peel towers. Scottish moors, that sort of thing. It sounds as though your friend is dreaming about the good old days.
Well, they don't sound very good.
Well, good has a couple of different meanings when it comes to our esteemed taller ones. Yeah, your sort. And he just kind of gestures at you and D. Good can refer to your actual nature, or just a kind of flavor, or maybe even a suggestion of what the locals wanted from you. You know, you're good. Oh, you're good. I mean, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you, kid? And he just kind of gives you an eye as he kind of like looks you up and down.
I maybe. I don't really know.
Nobody's ever called you good?
I imagine that he's called that all the time.
I don't know. Maybe. You think some people maybe. I'm not sure right now.
He just kind of gives a shake of the head. And he like looks at Bella, who's still not happy. He's like, she knows what I'm talking about.
Well, that's good because. No, go ahead.
He looks at Bella and he's like, I think pebbles in the shoes are a great place to start. Thank you.
Oh, you can hear her? That's wonderful. Not many people can.
You've been around long enough to make friends with everybody's friends. And I, sir, have been around for a very, very, very long time. But I think I age well.
Me too. I'm at least 800 years old.
Well, then I feel like I am in the proper company to appreciate this gift of genetics.
Well, I'm he actually takes a moment. Hey, how old am I? He actually seems to be thinking about it for a while.
Gives a little twitch of the whiskers. Don't hurt your head there, boy. It'll come to you.
I don't know. It's hard because sometimes I'm not sure if that's me then or me now.
Well, the truth is, you then and you now have always been the same person.
Really?
As long as you go back far enough, the thens always kind of catch up with the nows. So, I'll have to do a little more studying into some books. I'll have to go, well, I guess into town, as it were. See if I can find some more information about these horses and snakes.
Wait, town? Town? Is there a source of this kind of stuff?
Well, oh yeah, there's just down the road. I mean, you go to the left. There's a big old whatchamahoozit, he says.
I like whatchamahoozits.
Well, just make sure you know the way. Nobody wants to get lost in town.
I'm sure you could totally show us how to get there sometime.
He just kind of looks at the both of you. Well, you're kind of young. It's sort of the kind of thing you might want some adult supervision. I mean, I'm not a large man. Or a man.
We would need an adult?
Oh. Maybe somebody who could fight. Should we stray off the beaten path?
She looks affronted. She looks a little bit affronted by this. She'll just be like,
I mean, I could fight. I mean, I know I can. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Of course I can't fight. I have no skills whatsoever in that area.
Oh, well, my goodness. I apologize for ever suggesting that you may want some backup.
I mean, and besides, right now is always the best time.
Certainly. He says, just like, gives a little quirk of the eyebrow and a head tilt. I do have some errands to run around the house, cleaning up. You know, making it bigger always tends to scatter the attic. So, maybe another time I can take you along with me into town.
Okay, that'd be wonderful. That actually sounds fun.
That would be a terrible, terrible honor.
And he looks up at Bella and he goes, bring him back when he's a little more himself. Exactly. So, yeah, the rest of the conversation will just, if you stick around, will just be like general, like small talk and pleasantries, because we need to get to the morning to justify, like, poor Vin and his flaw.
No,
get focus on Vin. We've taken enough time away from him.
I will be in an extremely bleary mood at school. You know, I'm barely fucking awake because I forgot like 3 hours of sleep or something.
Luckily, this is on a weekend.
Oh, better.
Yes, because he had a Saturday morning appointment at the Ronald Reagan Children's Wellness Center.
Well, then I'm perfectly fine with this.
Yes.
I'm just hoping. Yeah. Anyway. Cool.
Yeah. So you can sleep in. It'll be great. And Vin.
Yeah.
Back to you. It is early in the morning because you said you wanted to call first.
Yeah, I was calling her at 5 a.m. to make sure she was there.
Okay.
Or something along those lines.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll call the center. I'm asking to speak to Dr. what again?
One moment, please.
Laney Jones? Is that what it was?
Yes, Dr. Laney Jones.
So yeah, calling it like.
Okay, so you're calling the receptionist.
I was told she'd be in.
Yes, just one moment, please, sir. And you'll hear like the little like waiting elevator music kind of thing before somebody picks up. Yes, this is Dr. Laney Jones. May I help you?
Hello, my name is Alvin McBride. I have an appointment with you later today. I had some questions before I came in.
Yes, certainly. What is it?
I'm a little confused by some of the research I've been doing into your program. What do you mean permanently fix?
Well, sir,
dangerously close to electroshock therapy or something like that.
Oh, goodness. We would never do anything so barbaric or, electroshock therapy is just, it is the way of less creative individuals.
Can you explain this further to me before I drive up there and leave my daughter with a babysitter?
Well, I would recommend that you bring your daughter along.
I will not be doing so until I am fully comfortable with what your program is doing.
Well, sir, if you're not comfortable, then by all means, you do not have to use our facilities.
I want to understand what exactly you're doing before I bring her to you.
Well, it is unfortunate to inform you that I don't know what services we would be providing your daughter without actually meeting your daughter.
You can't give me any examples of the things and treatments you do?
I mean, you said you've seen the website?
Yes, but how does one permanently fix things like PTSD?
Well, when you have the panel of experts that we here at the RRCWC have at our disposal, we find that permanent solutions are well within our reach.
That doesn't actually answer any of my questions. You are worse than a politician.
My goodness. That is quite the opinion to take with somebody who's answering your questions as best as she can.
I mean, I want an example of your treatment. Is it
Well,
therapy? Is it what do you do?
Well, generally, patients require a combination of therapies, whether it be immersion therapy, drama therapy, reversion. Sometimes we may have to take a medical approach, and sometimes we take a purely experimental approach, in very rare cases, of course.
Yeah. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to call and reschedule our appointment.
Oh, certainly, certainly. After all, we do aim to please. But I do want to let you know that if you schedule an appointment and simply no show in the future, without rescheduling, we do have either a penalty charge or we reserve the right to refuse service.
Right. Okay. Noted.
And if you have any further questions, please feel free to direct them to the receptionist.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir. And she'll hang up the phone. And that was that.
Before we do anything, I'm just going to check something.
Mm-hmm.
Where are realms? Realms.
What? Oh, are you looking at the book or looking at yours?
I'm checking something real quick.
I'm actually at realms. What are you looking for?
I just want to see if would that phone conversation have counted long enough for personal contact?
Like an actor or something like that.
Yeah.
Taking loan, powerful yet contradictory tales.
If not, that's fine. I just needed to check.
Enchant people of the realms or props are needed. Ultimately, well,
I'm saying it'd probably be a familiar face, wouldn't that?
Considering you haven't seen the face of Dr. Lainey Jones, I'd say, yeah, you probably haven't reached that level yet.
Okay, then I'm not going to do anything yet. I do get Emma ready for whatever we do on a Saturday.
Yeah, personal contact would mean she personally met with and had a few minutes interaction.
Yeah, I know. I thought with the past interactions with the place that it was a stretch, but it might have worked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Emma will get ready and have Falala along with her. I don't know what you would do on a typical Saturday since it's
while she's taking a bath, I ask if I can wash Falala so she can be as clean as Emma so we can go about the day properly.
She screams no. Falala does not like baths and would not appreciate it at all. From the bathroom. No!
Well, then we're not going out today, Emma.
Fine. I don't want to go out.
He shrugs and goes to make breakfast then.
And she'll, moments later, she'll come downstairs, her hair still dripping wet because kids don't know how to dry their fucking hair. And
isn't that true?
Yep. And dragging along the still muddy Falala with her and sits down at the table.
But you can be assured that there are no snakes.
Yes, there are no snakes.
He's made French toast this morning.
And she'll pick at the French toast and she's like in a pouty mood. Because he said, you're not.
What's wrong, Emma?
He said, we're not going anywhere, so.
Well, we all have to be showered and cleaned in order to go somewhere.
Falala says.
That includes Falala. And yes, I understand she has an opinion in the matter. But opinions are like something and everyone has them.
Falala doesn't.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Now eat your French toast, please. And he pours more syrup on it if that's something he knows she would like.
Mm-hmm.
If not, he would not pour more syrup.
She likes sugary things. Yeah.
Give her all the sugar.
Yes.
Well, he pours more syrup on it. And puts a little bit more powdered sugar and does put some actual like strawberries and bananas with it on the side. But
and she'll eat, it's breakfast, most important meal of the day, that sort of thing. She'll offer Falala a bite. Falala, being a stuffed horse, will not take the bite. Can we go outside and play in the backyard?
Of course. I'll be out there in a moment.
It's just the backyard, Dad.
Yes. I understand that. But I also have the day off, and I would like to be in the sunshine.
Fine, she says, and she just kind of like goes out in the backyard and just sits in the center of it with her horse.
Like, he takes a while. Like, he has to do dishes and other stuff around the house, but after a while he'll go out there and sit with like a newspaper or a book or something.
She is simply sitting there, like having a staring contest with a stuffed animal. Just her passive resistance in protest of not going anywhere.
Well,
I mean, she's being quiet. I mean, is he really losing here?
Emma, what are you doing?
I'm doing nothing because we're not doing anything today.
I said we were not going anywhere today, not that we weren't doing anything. I don't like your tone.
Well, then I guess I'll just have to be quieter.
As you wish.
She goes back to her staring contest with the horse.
He like leans up from it. I decided he's reading a newspaper. He leans up from the newspaper about every like half section. Emma, and about like 30 minutes into it, Emma, if you're going to remain in the sunshine, I do have sunblock out here that would probably be best for you. I know sunburns can be quite painful.
She gives a shrug.
Would you come here, please, Emma, so we can put some sunblock on you?
She gives a shrug. I don't know.
Emma, will you please come here so we can put sunblock on you?
And she stands up and just kind of drags Falala through the grass, making her even dirtier.
Yep. That's okay. I'm going to figure out a way to make that thing self-cleaning eventually. When she comes over, he does put sunblock on her. He's not mean or angry. Like, in fact, he's completely, like, not any of that. Which probably just infuriates her more.
So, yeah, he just... after sunscreen or whatever, yeah, she'll go right back to the center of the yard, still dragging Falala. Like, she will even, like, make a slight detour to make sure Falala drags through like a bare patch of dirt before resuming the center of the yard stare down.
You know, Emma, if we don't clean ourselves, we get sick. You don't want Falala to get sick, do you?
Falala says no baths.
Does she say why?
I didn't ask her why.
Why not?
Because Mom said not to ask Falala why.
Why no baths or why anything?
She said, don't ever ask Falala why.
But what's the first part? Well, I need some context here, Emma.
What?
I don't think she knows what context.
Emma, don't ask Falala why about what. What came before that?
Emma, Make sure you never ask Falala why.
Yes, but what was the question before that, Emma?
Why do I have to leave is the only question I ever asked.
Okay, so then the why, my love, is in regards to that, not into everything.
She said, we don't ask Falala why.
Yes, Emma.
And Falala says no baths.
Emma, I love you. You know that, right?
And she hugs the muddy, dirty, grassy, and probably slightly fragrant at this point horse in front of her. If you love me, you won't give Falala a bath. 7-year-old kids are shitty. Just so you know. I'm not being like extra obstinate.
As you wish, Emma. And he stands up and goes inside.
She just kind of looks at the horse and she's going to whisper something that you're not going to know because you're not there.
I don't have a Slua's perception to hear a 7-year-old's whisper.
I know, that's what I said. But you're not going to hear because you're not there.
I don't think I'd hear it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was.
I mean, even if I stayed up,
Yes.
saying.
Oh, I don't know. Kids are kind of not.
They do stage whisper quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Kids aren't as sly as they think they are. So.
Yeah, my mom was telling me about how clever I thought I was, and yet, apparently I was not good at being as clever as I thought I was.
Yeah, moms seem like they have superpowers, but it's only because kids are shit. So, I mean, I'm perpetually exhausted. Anyways, yes, so she's going to go out there, stay for a while, maintaining her staring contest vigil with the horse. Realizing it has no effect, she will drag Falala indoors after a moment.
Usually then washes sheets on Saturdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
He's not washing sheets for a while.
Okay.
He is going to introduce a very interesting consequence to actions. Like he's
Smelly
not
sheets.
not gonna have her not take a bath, but he's just going to like dirty clothes, dirty sheets. He's not gonna let it go on for like a month or anything, but he's like going to prove a point that living in filth is not exactly like a way to be.
Novel approach. Not one I think.
He's
But-
he's gotten a 7-year-old for the first time.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
figuring it out.
It's-
and out of character, I don't know what to do with a 7-year-old. So she's being
No, that's fine.
rat. She's not getting her sheets washed. At
Okay.
least for a week.
Okay. Yeah, she
So
goes back up to her room.
They're probably cleaner than the horse she's carrying around anyway.
Probably, but probably not for long considering she sleeps with the horse. So anyways, yeah, she goes back upstairs to her room and you'll hear like her mess with the window a bit and
Emma, what are you doing?
airing out my room.
Okay. He goes outside to see if she's thrown like a sheet rope out the window.
Nope, she looks like she's reading something at her window,
Okay.
like a note or something.
Okay. When he goes back in, he starts dinner cooking in a crock pot or something.
Does Vin wear house slippers by any chance?
No.
No? Okay. So he's barefoot around the house then?
Yeah.
Okay. Just seeing when he would notice something is all.
Okay.
That's all. nothing like tremendously horrible or anything, but yeah. So yeah, Emma's going to generally stay up in her room, kind of sulking.
Like, he's gonna wash her clothes and everything, for the record. He's just not gonna wash her bed sheets for a week.
Kids don't care about, like, she's 7-year-olds are like, I just want you to know, I am actually.
Well, I just don't know what to do other than send her to therapy. That's going to be like electroshock or something. Like it.
No,
like
that's fine. I'm trying to give you like a general insight into kids real quick. They think they know shit. They do not, and sometimes you gotta put your foot down. And yeah, it's a lot of trial and error. So I mean.
I was going to say your best bet might be just to be pretty much wait till she's asleep, sneak that thing out, wash it, stick it back in her arms, and see what happens. That might be your best bet.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to try that when she was asleep, but I haven't gotten there yet.
Fair enough.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I don't even know. Like, she will continue to have like her sulking session in her room for like the rest of the day, coloring in her coloring books.
Well, that's another thing. He's not indulging her sulking session. He's ignoring it. Like, she can sulk if she wants. He's not gonna. It's not like ruining his day. He's doing shit around the house.
And that's fine. She will continue to sulk. She may at some point move it in his like general vicinity so he can be aware that yes, she is still irritated. But if he's not indulging it, she'll probably grow tired of that and go back up to her room to color.
Believe for her. Like,
that is.
Hey, it's what happens. It happens.
Yes. Anyways, so
when she does fall asleep, I do throw that thing into a wall or a hand wash.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's.
You better be sneaky. You better roll that sneak.
Yeah. First, you're gonna have to. Let's see. His stealth and dexterity to get that horse out of her vice-like grip when she's sleeping.
Okay, so it's a higher difficulty because I have no stealth. Great.
Yeah.
This is like Indiana Jones things. You got a bag of sand, gotta weigh it, see if you got the right weight.
And I bought.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
As soon as you touch the horse, she sits up like a bolt and screams her head off. Paloma says no baths, Daddy!
He stares blankly at her. Emma, you have to stop this behavior right now.
You need to stop.
I went out last night because you forgot your toy.
Paloma says no baths.
Emma, there are consequences to actions and you have to learn them. I need to wash this. You need to stop.
No.
That's it. You're grounded for a week and a half.
Fine. But Falala doesn't take baths.
Good to know. And he turns the light, like he leaves the light off and he shuts the door and he goes to bed. Great. Gonna get Child Protective Services called on me. This is fan-fucking-tastic.
So, since she was screaming at the top of her lungs,
is this a 3-point flaw or a 5-point flaw? Because I literally can't leave the house. That's how.
Yeah, right. I don't know because I don't know if you maxed out your flaws.
You can always take it as a higher point. You just don't get the bonuses for it.
Yeah.
Or at least the full benefits.
So, yeah, it's up to you if you want it to be a 5-point flaw. But,
well, I mean, he has to leave the house on weekends. Yeah. Can't leave it with weekends or those things. Otherwise, he has work.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll severely affect your social life. Speaking from personal experience, I have one social activity that I do, and we are doing it now.
Huzzah!
So, yeah, from my house. Oh, poofed.
Poof.
Yeah, everything froze. Okay, so but Dee and Patrick would have definitely have heard that shriek. So just at the
this is
top-
night 2.
Yep.
This is the next day. So Patrick's been staying in the in the tree house. Dee's actually like invited him in for breakfast. He's eating breakfast with like the parents and stuff. Who I don't know how that went.
I'm sure Dee and her dad talked. Explained it somehow to her. Oh, this is one of the neighborhood boys.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Patrick, and apparently there's like bed sheets and shit in the in the treehouse and whatnot.
We've talked about this because basically she took advantage of the situation. He's actually well behaved, so she kind of very politely asked him, to stay in the treehouse tonight. She brought him blankets and pillows and made sure there was breakfast. For once, I'm going to make sure that since I can make him do it for once, I'm going to do it. So she's kind of polite, very nicely and politely. Because, that's basically what she did. Was she kind of got him to do that. So but she wasn't going to make you stay in the treehouse like forever. It was just a case of at least for one night, I'm going to make sure you get a decent night's sleep. Damn it!
Aww, such a good older little sister.
Well, she wouldn't normally have done it, but if he's, there's a situation, I'm just using it to advantage.
It's good. I was commending the behavior. I am not a puka. My character is. I can be very sincere. But anyway,
you can't prove it.
I can't. Damn it! Can't prove a negative. So, especially a fantastical one, apparently. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, that shriek happens.
Yeah, that shriek comes from across the way. And yeah.
What do you mean I should get out of bed and go over there?
But I like these.
I mean, maybe I would have done that once before, but that just doesn't seem right. I can't just crawl up a water gate. You don't have to be mean about it. Okay, fine. I guess I'll go.
Is the window still open over there? Because I can easily kind of just exit normally. But, if that window's still open, I could probably creep right in there if I need to. Or at least get up close enough that I can see in the window. The spider.
Where? At Vin's house?
Yeah, in her room.
I don't think the window would be open right now.
Okay, so it was earlier. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, she opened it earlier, but I mean, he kind of gives the impression of being a father who makes sure the window is closed and the nightlight is on. That's
right. That's fair. That's right. It was late.
Wait, if it's
yeah,
if it's daytime, he's not going to shut our window.
No, it's nighttime. They heard from your botch of trying to get the horse.
Oh.
Yeah. This is their response to it because they're across the street and she has heightened senses and he's a little boy who sleeps outside. So.
Yeah. So then basically she's, if it's night, then I wouldn't have just run out the door anyways. I would have snuck out.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'm going kind of slightly begrudgingly because Bella's kind of,
I'm not going to do anything.
Kind of being mean.
No, I'm just I'm going to exit out through one of my little crevices.
Oh no, I'm going towards the right light. There it is. There's my house down below me. Come on, Patrick, you can fly.
I do need to go soon.
Okay. So, okay, how soon are we talking?
Like 10, 15 at the most.
Okay, well, let's see what we can cram in 10, 15. Unless you are just saying like that to be nice and are like...
No, I thought game was ending at 11, honestly.
Oh, okay. Okay, so anyways, yeah, it's... they're going over to the house. The door is closed, or the window is closed, but like Bella's like looking out at the stars, kind of bellicose and just like, yeah.
Are you sure I should? Well, this is. I mean, I feel like I should really actually ring that doorbell. That seems like more the polite thing to. Okay, fine.
So
Patrick begrudgingly starts to climb the water drain.
Okay, so I usually wouldn't make you roll because you have an absurd amount of dice, but because you're behaving, I'm gonna make you roll your dex athletics. So roll those 9 dice.
Roll those 9 dice, see if I can And apparently I'm doing extraordinarily well because holy shit. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 2, 4 successes.
Yeah, it's still really good. So yeah, you climb up and you reach a closed window, but Emma has stopped like sniffling and is just kind of like staring at you. And like quietly tries to slide up her window. Let's see if I even gave this kid stealth, because otherwise she's just gonna slam the damn thing open. I did not. So yeah, she just like, because she's 7 and doesn't realize noises are a thing. Vin, you hear Bella's window open.
Yeah, of course he'll be running back into the room.
Okay, so yeah, roll perception alertness to see if you catch Patrick.
Let me roll my stealth here, just in case, because I feel very guilty about possibly being spotted.
Yes.
I think that's 8 dice for me. Yes, it is.
How do all of you have such high dice pools for everything? I don't.
It's his dexterity that's like just gross. So, Patrick. Let's see.
2 successes. 2 successes for me.
I don't see.
I can see.
I basically get underneath the window. Just right.
Yeah. He manages to duck. But you see Emma in front of her open window.
I shut the window and I lock it. Emma, it is nighttime. The window does not stay open at night.
It's hot in my room.
The air conditioner is on. That is a lie. Go to bed.
It's stuffy in my room.
Emma, go to bed.
You're not very nice.
Well, you know what? You're not a cakewalk either, Emma. Go to bed.
I don't have to be a cakewalk, she says as you tell her to go to bed.
Emma, do you want to be sent away? I'm legitimately asking you. Do you want to leave?
She stops giving that like defiant look and like just like her face just drops and just tears start welling up in her eyes.
Because I don't want you to go, but if we can't make this work, Emma, someone is going to take you away. Everything I'm doing is to help. He like kneels down on her. Everything I'm doing is to help you, Emma.
She starts crying.
He picks her up and he like carries her downstairs to sit her on the couch, and he just kind of rocks her till she falls asleep.
It's not like an apologetic sad. You have that she was a kid who was abandoned by one parent already. That kind of threat is going to definitely come back.
No, but like I think you're misinterpreting that. He did not threaten her. He asked, "Do you want to be sent away?"
Okay, that sort of suggestion then, not threat, but kids will they leap in things like.
Okay, then I'm kind of at a loss as to what I'm supposed to do.
No, that's what I'm walking.
I can't figure out how to leave the house at this point with this character.
Yeah, you to leave the house, you're either going to have to start taking her with you, or you're going to have to hire a sitter. And yeah, kids are a pain in the ass.
No, I understand kids are a pain in the ass, but I understand this is a flaw, but this seems like a flaw that I can't do anything. Like I can't get past to actually play.
I'm. That's what I was trying to tell you. How people manage to actually, if you want to keep staying at the 3-point whatever, you can look for a nanny. You can leave her with a changeling that you trust or somebody that you trust. Don't you have contacts or something? Let's see.
I have a contact, which is my literary agent.
Okay. Look, if you want to get another contact for a decent sitter, you can do that.
Okay, I'll figure that out later. I'm a little frustrated right now.
I know, and so that's why I'm trying to help you walk you through it instead of like saying, "Well, you shouldn't have made that," because I want Vin to stick around, but I want you to, it's.
I understand it's a flaw, but it's like to the point now where I can't even like interact with the other PCs because like I can't. I feel like I can't do anything.
Well,
like, he got bit on the hand. I think his reaction was completely appropriate, but that literally, like, for most of the night tonight, I've been sitting here just watching a screen.
Yes, and I mean, playing the character as appropriate will sometimes lead to more frustrating interactions. It doesn't mean that you're always going to be left out. I'm trying to make sure you're having this interaction, and it's an important interaction. This isn't me keeping you out of the story. This is a part of the story that is building up. Your daughter's relationship with you is a part of the story I have built to be part of the bigger picture.
Maybe I'm not explaining it clearly enough because I'm frustrated. I might need to go. Can I talk to you later about this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And we're going to wrap this up, actually, and end it here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.